Alright, so this is a video for CS372 project. We made this instant messenger program. My name is Dylan.
I'm Vic.
Alright, so I'm going to quickly run through what it does and how it looks. So it takes command line arguments. So first I'll run a client trying to connect. We're going to run it on the local host. So this is, if you give an IP address, it'll try and connect you to whoever's running the server. So right now we'll get this, it's attempting the connection. But since the server is not online, it'll continuously wait. And another instance. And if you don't include the IP, it'll assume that you're running as the server. Oops. So we have the chat. So show up on the other one. There we go, and that's how it works. Good. And then if you want to end it, you just type. Anyway. So let's get into the code. We have the client and server class, which are they're pretty similar. I'll start with server actually. So it has some graphical interface stuff here, input and output stream, and sockets. We have the constructor here. So the constructor basically just sets up the interface, and it creates this listener that will just sit and wait, looking at whenever you type something in. When you do, that's an event, and it'll call send message to send that message to all the users, and it will reset the text box to blank. And this just like creates the interface. And then we have, this is the main function that continuously runs a run server. We set the server to a server socket with port 667. We just randomly chose that, and it can only accept a queue of 50. And it'll just continuously wait for someone to connect. Then when someone does connect, set up the streams, and then we chat. And finally, when you're all done, it will shut down. We have a try catch in case like an exception, if the connection is terminated, get that exception. Or if we have an IO exception, if they like try and send like something that's not a string. But so the wait connection, it will just wait for someone to connect. It'll wait for server.accept. And when that finally does, it'll move on to set up the streams, which just opens up the input and output, flushes the output so you don't have any garbage in there. And it'll print that the streams are established. And then chat is another while loop that continuously tries to wait for input, and then it just prints that to everyone. And then shutdown just closes all the streams up, and makes it so you can't type anything more to it. And then we have these send message just puts it through the output stream, and show message just appends it to the chat window so everyone can see it. Text editable, it's just a fancy way of making it so like the GUI you can edit it or not. And client is virtually the same. The main difference is that we don't have a server socket because that's already set up in server, and instead we try to connect to the server. We make this new socket connection to connect to the server socket. We get the IP, which in our case is just localhost, but you could use any IP, and the same port number. And the while loop just makes it so that you can try to connect to something like a server that's not even online, and it does the same setup streams and chat is all basically the same. And then our main function just takes the command line arguments. If we have two, it'll run the client side. If we only have one, it'll run the server. And if we don't have any, it'll just say that you did something wrong. And yeah, that's our project, and that's how it works. Thank you.